motorsport. We do things to extremes. We push the envelope. We love modified cars. With the eXtremeVE, we wanted to build a car that we can drive every day and have fun with also on the weekends. Create something with some passion. Something for us to be proud of. We had an old company car as a donor car. And this was going to be the foundation of something big. We didn't really need the car, but it was a Holden Commodore SS. It was a VE model. Had a 6-litre V8. Good foundation. We thought we could showcase some cool performance products. And being a member of the Automotive Aftermarket Association, it gives us access to a lot of high performance brands throughout Australia, if not the world. So in terms of the modifications, the first stop for us was to get some extreme horsepower out of it. We did that by talking to the boys at Harrop, and they kindly donated a Stealth Force supercharger, and boy was the gain big. This was fantastic. We teamed up with a hot tuner company based in Dandenong called Horsepower Factory, and the boys there enabled us to do several dyno runs as we were adding performance components to the car. We added some 6-pot brakes from PBR. That's the M series kit. A high performance exhaust from Pacemaker. And of course a suspension kit from Pedders suspension. We chose the supercar coilovers for this car. We got some custom rims, 20x9s on the front and 20x10s on the rear. We fitted some high performance drive shafts. We've got a Powerline supercharger harmonic balancer. We also needed an extreme clutch. George, our resident graphic designer, put together a custom design so that we could embellish it with our own custom sticker kit. At the end of the day, this car is all about having some fun. With all of the dyno runs and all of the extreme performance that we're getting out of the car, a car like this needs a tamed racing driver. So we chose Will Orders.
So, got a VE quite some months ago as a standard car VE SS with the stripes on the bonnet and all the in standard trim, normally aspirated 6-litre, standard 6-speed gearbox, standard diff, pretty bog standard. Then we all sat around, created a bit of an idea of what direction we wanted to head and what sort of image we wanted to portray. So for starters, we took the pretty ugly stripes off and got the guards lipped to fit these fantastic wheels because they're quite big. So had the guards lipped and the guys took the stripes off and painted it, and it's come out really nice. So we're quite happy with that. Then we found that the brakes look like little pizza cutters, so we ended up putting the big brake kit on it, which filled the nice 20-inch wheels fantastically. Then it was on to horsepower. The standard 6-litre was just pretty woeful, so we, in conjunction with the guys down at the Horsepower Factory, they did a power of work on it, and from something that was pretty woeful to something that's absolutely amazing to drive was just, yeah, phenomenal. So got that all done. Then we wanted to obviously do the suspension, so we of course we put our supercar stuff in, which has obviously got its enormous benefits. Obviously the ride height, which we wanted because it looks fantastic, and we wanted to try and get a car that was streetable and very trackable. So we wanted to try and get the good mix of things. And by putting these supercar coilovers in, we've done just that. We've got the street appeal, and it manages to do the times on the tracks. And the reason we can do this is it's got, you know, a lot of height adjustment to keep it street legal, and it's got the bump and rebound adjustment to make it all that more tunable on the track. So once we'd fitted them, we'd got the look and the appeal that we were after. And one of the final things we had done is I had a bit of a plan of signage that's not too in your face, and George come up with the sticker job that it's got, and it's come up really fantastic. You know, George has got the same ideas as I do, so we've really been fortunate to be able to get a car that looks so good. Then I drove it after we'd done a lot of work, and just a fantastic car to drive on and off the road. It's somewhat of a good track car too. Georgie.
So Will, give us a bit of a rundown, first run.
Yeah, look, first lap, fantastic. First time I've driven the car in anger on the track with all the new gear that the horsepower factory have installed. Seems to be fantastic. Just a few warm-up laps, and we'll get into it a bit later on.
Awesome, thanks.
We started off. Well, our base setting was a little bit softer in the rear, trying to get the rear to bite in a bit more, obviously with lots of grunt. And the front's midway, 15 clicks on everything, so mid.
So all round 15 clicks.
Yeah.
The look of the car came about from several trips over to the States. We'd seen the gloss black and matte black look over there, and we thought that we'd go with the same sort of idea here. We both wanted it to be as simple as possible, but still have enough branding on it to represent our brand as good as it could. The other aspect of the car that we wanted to achieve was to make it look as slick as possible. So we decided to remove the rear wing and to flare the guards to fit the wheel and tyre package underneath it. We believe we've achieved the image that we had in mind, and we hope that all our sponsors agree.
All right. Here we go. Lap of Calder Park in the Extreme Pedders VE Commodore. Down the front straight, into turn 1. Big deep brake. Watch out for a bit of understeer. Track's been a little bit wet. Start to ease the power nice and smoothly. Don't want to excite the rear wheels too much. Turn 2. Very slippery, been raining for quite some time. Oh, run it right, really wide out to the ripple strip. Over the hump. Turn 4, 5, it's quite slippery, you've got to be careful, otherwise you end up in the grass on the outside. Big braking down into 5. Back into 3rd gear. Making sure you don't pinch your wheel. Ease it in, turn 6. Very slippery here.
Very slippery. Ease that throttle on. Back into third gear. Around the last corner. Early apex. Run it out wide now. Got to be careful coming to the front straight here. A lot of VHT from the drag cars. Be really super careful on that throttle. Bit quick there, right day. Alright, so lap 2. In here, turn 1, nice and easy on that braking late apex here. A little bit too excited on the throttle pedal there. Ease the power right out to the ripple strip, over the crest.